Dear one, I am speaking to you now, yes, you, because time around this matter is not as distant as you think. You have felt the pull, the unspoken connection, the quiet knowing in your spirit that someone, somewhere, already holds you in a place deeper than ordinary affection. I have shown you glimpses, subtle signs, moments that made your heart pause and your thoughts wander back to them without reason. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. But listen closely, what is meant to unfold is being delayed, not by absence of love, but by the presence of fear. They already see you as their spouse in their heart. They have imagined a life with you, felt peace in the idea of your presence, and even sensed that you are the one I have prepared for them. Yet fear has wrapped itself around their courage like a shadow at dusk. Fear of rejection, fear of timing, fear of not being enough, fear of stepping into something sacred and real. And so they hesitate, and in their hesitation, you begin to question what I have already confirmed within you. You must not let their silence rewrite what I have written. What I have ordained cannot be undone by human uncertainty, but it can be delayed by it. I am urging you now, stay aware, stay discerning. Do not mistake stillness for absence or delay for denial. There is movement happening beneath the surface that you cannot yet see. I am working on their heart even now, softening what fear has hardened, revealing truths they can no longer ignore. If this message is reaching your spirit, I want you to pause and acknowledge it. Comment 1111 as a sign that you are receiving alignment, that you are open to what I am unfolding. And as you do, like, share, and subscribe so this message can reach others who are also waiting in uncertainty. Dear one, before we dive in, I need to share something extraordinary that most people don't know. Groundbreaking research shows that many of us who didn't grow up wealthy have a shrunken hippocampus, a tiny part of the brain that blocks the activation of what some scientists call the billionaire brain wave. This means attracting the life, love, or wealth you've always dreamed of can feel almost impossible, until now. Thanks to a recently uncovered method backed by research, it's possible to stimulate this part of your brain in just 7 minutes each morning using a simple sound frequency. People who've tried it report subtle shifts in mindset, clarity, and even opportunities flowing into their lives more easily. Click the link in the description or pinned comment to explore this 7-second ritual. It could be the key to activating your billionaire brain wave and opening doors you never thought possible. You have asked me for clarity, and I am giving it to you, but not in the way your mind expected. You wanted direct answers, immediate action, visible proof. Instead, I am asking for your trust in the unseen process. Because what is forming between you and this person is not ordinary, it is spiritual, intentional, and deeply rooted in purpose. And anything built at that level must be refined before it is revealed. Understand this, their fear is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of their own inner battles, the places within them that still need healing, the parts of their past that whisper doubt when they feel something real. They recognize your value, but they are also aware that stepping toward you requires them to become a version of themselves they are not yet fully comfortable being. And so I am working in them. Quietly. Patiently. Firmly. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, like walking away, like closing your heart to avoid disappointment. But I tell you this, do not act out of frustration. Do not let temporary emotions disrupt a permanent connection. What I am building requires endurance, not impulsiveness. Right now, I need you to anchor yourself in faith, not assumption. Anchor yourself in what you feel deep within, not what you see on the surface. Because what you see right now is incomplete. If you feel this confirmation, comment 2222 below. Declare that you trust the timing even when it tests your patience. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe so this word continues to flow where it is needed. Let me reveal something deeper to you. There have been moments when they almost reached out. Moments when they typed the message, when they thought about calling, when they stood on the edge of choosing you openly, but something pulled them back. That something is fear, yes, but also the weight of transformation. Because choosing you means stepping into a new life, leaving behind old patterns, and embracing a level of vulnerability they are not used to. And yet, they cannot fully walk away either. You remain in their thoughts, in their quiet moments, in the spaces where they are most honest with themselves. They try to distract themselves, to rationalize, to delay, but your presence lingers in a way they cannot explain. That is because this connection is not rooted in convenience, it is rooted in divine alignment. But hear me clearly, alignment does not eliminate responsibility. They must choose to rise above their fear. They must choose to act. And I am guiding them toward that decision, even if it seems slow from your perspective. Every lesson they are facing right now is preparing them to meet you without hesitation. Do not interfere with this process by chasing, forcing, or overextending yourself. What is meant for you will not require you to abandon your self-worth to obtain it. Remain steady. Remain whole. Remain aligned with me. If this resonates deeply, comment, "I trust the process," to affirm your position. Let it be a declaration, not just words. And remember to like, share, and subscribe so others can receive this confirmation too. Now listen closely, because this is where many misunderstand. You are not waiting to be chosen. You are already chosen. The delay you are experiencing is not about your value, it is about their readiness. And readiness cannot be rushed without consequence. If I were to bring them to you before they are prepared, what you desire to last would instead collapse under the weight of unhealed fear. So I am protecting the outcome by controlling the timing. You may feel the urge to question me, to ask why it has to take this long, why it cannot just happen now. But I see what you cannot. I see the full picture, their fears, your growth, the intersection of your paths at the right moment. And I tell you this, when it happens, it will make sense in a way that erases your doubts. Until then, guard your heart, but do not close it. Stay open, but do not become restless. Continue living, growing, and aligning yourself with purpose. Because this connection is not meant to consume your life, it is meant to complement it. There is something powerful unfolding here, something that requires both of you to meet at a higher level of understanding. And that level is being built right now, even in the silence. If you feel the shift within you as you read this, comment 33:33 to lock in this message. Acknowledge that you are in alignment with what is being prepared. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to keep this message flowing. I am not asking you to wait without awareness. I am asking you to wait with understanding. There is a difference. Waiting without understanding leads to frustration. Waiting with understanding leads to peace. And I want you in peace. Because peace is where clarity grows. Peace is where you recognize signs without confusion. Peace is where you stop doubting what I have already placed within your spirit. You already know. That quiet knowing you keep returning to, that is me. Do not let external silence override internal truth. The moment will come when their fear no longer has control. The moment will come when they step forward with certainty, when words are spoken, when actions match what has been felt all along. And when that moment arrives, it will not feel forced. It will feel natural, aligned, and undeniable. Until then, remain grounded. Remain patient. Remain faithful. This is not a missed connection. This is a delayed manifestation. If you are ready to receive what is meant for you without fear, comment "ready" below. Declare it boldly. And as always, like, share, and subscribe so this message reaches those who need confirmation just like you. I am with you in this. I am guiding both of you, even when you cannot see it. Trust me in the silence as much as you would in the revelation. I am not finished speaking to you. There is more you must understand, because what you have been feeling is not just about connection, it is also about transformation. I see the quiet battles you have fought, the moments you held yourself together when everything inside you wanted to fall apart. I have watched your patience stretch beyond what you thought you could endure. And I tell you now, none of that has been wasted. Every tear, every question, every silent prayer has been shaping the breakthrough that is closer than you realize. You have been carrying pain that you rarely speak about. Pain from confusion, from waiting, from feeling unseen at times, even when your heart has been open. But I want you to hear me clearly, your pain has not gone unnoticed. I have been within every moment of it, using it not to break you, but to refine you. There is a healing taking place within you that is deeper than this connection, deeper than this situation. I am restoring parts of you that were wounded long before this person ever entered your life. And now, a shift is happening. What once felt heavy will begin to feel lighter. What once confused you will begin to make sense. The emotional weight you have been carrying will start to lift, not because everything around you changes instantly, but because something within you is being renewed. That renewal is where your miracle begins, not outside, but inside. If you can feel this shift starting, even slightly, comment 44:44 below. Let it be your acknowledgement that healing has already begun. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe so this message reaches others who are also on the edge of their breakthrough. I am bringing you into a season where clarity replaces confusion. But clarity often arrives after discomfort. You had to go through the uncertainty so you could learn to trust without constant reassurance. You had to experience silence so you could recognize my voice more clearly. You had to face emotional discomfort so you could discover your own strength. This is where many misunderstand the process. They think the struggle means something is wrong. But I tell you, the struggle was part of the preparation. You are not being delayed without purpose. You are being developed for something that requires a stronger, wiser, more grounded version of you. And that version of you is emerging now. The miracle you are asking for is not just about them coming forward. It is about you stepping into a place where you no longer feel incomplete without them. Because when you reach that place, when your peace is no longer dependent on their actions, everything begins to align differently. I am not just preparing them for you, I am preparing you for what comes with them. Because what you are asking for is not small. It is not surface level. It is something that will require emotional maturity, spiritual awareness, and a deep sense of stability. And I will not release it into your life until both of you are capable of sustaining it. If this truth resonates with your spirit, comment, I am ready for my healing. Declare it with intention. And as always, like, share, and subscribe so this message continues to reach those who need it. There is something else you must understand. The pain you have felt was not just about this connection, it was also revealing areas within you that needed attention. Moments where you doubted your worth, moments where you questioned if you were enough, moments where you almost settled for less just to avoid waiting. But look at you, you didn't settle. Even in your uncertainty, you held on to something deeper. That was not weakness. That was discernment. That was your spirit recognizing that what you are connected to carries weight, meaning, and purpose. Now I am strengthening that discernment within you. You will no longer feel pulled in every direction emotionally. You will no longer overanalyze every small detail. You will begin to stand firm in what you know, without needing constant validation. That is healing. And healing is what opens the door for breakthrough. Because when you are healed, you no longer accept confusion as normal. You no longer chase clarity, you become it. You no longer wait in anxiety, you stand in peace. And from that place, everything changes. If you feel yourself stepping into that strength, comment 55:55 below. Let it mark your transition into a new level of awareness. And remember, like, share, and subscribe so this message can uplift others as well. Now hear this carefully, because this is where your breakthrough is forming. What has been held back is about to move forward. The delays you experienced were not permanent. They were pauses. And pauses have an ending point. I am aligning circumstances, shifting perspectives, and removing internal barriers that once stood in the way. What felt stuck will not remain stuck. But your breakthrough will not arrive in chaos, it will arrive in alignment. You will notice it first in subtle ways. A sense of calm where there used to be tension. A sense of knowing where there used to be doubt. Small movements that gradually build into undeniable change. Do not overlook these moments. Miracles are not always loud. Sometimes they unfold quietly, step by step, until one day you look back and realize everything has changed. And it is changing. The person you have been thinking about, they are also going through their own process of realization. The same way you have been stretched, they have been confronted. The same way you have been learning, they have been challenged. This is not one-sided growth. This is parallel transformation. And when two people grow at the same time, even if separately, the reunion carries a different energy, one of understanding, balance, and readiness. That is what I am preparing. If you believe your breakthrough is closer than it appears, comment, "My breakthrough is here." Speak it into your reality. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe so this message continues to reach those in need of encouragement. Let me remind you of something you may have forgotten. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be for what is being prepared. The enemy of your peace has been comparison, overthinking, and impatience. But I am removing those distractions from your path. I am bringing you back to a centered place, where you no longer measure your journey against others, where you no longer rush what is meant to unfold naturally. Because what is meant for you will not require you to force it into existence. It will come into alignment. And when it does, it will not feel uncertain. It will not feel confusing. It will feel clear, steady, and right. That is how you will know it is from me. So release the pressure you have been placing on yourself. Release the need to figure everything out right now. Release the fear that nothing is happening. Something is happening. Even now. Even in this moment. I am working in ways you cannot yet see, aligning things you cannot yet understand, preparing outcomes you cannot yet imagine. And when it unfolds, it will not just meet your expectations, it will exceed them. If you are ready to receive this miracle with an open heart, comment, "I receive my miracle." Let it be a declaration of faith, not doubt. And as always, like, share, and subscribe so this message can continue to uplift and guide others. Stay steady. Stay open. Stay aligned. Because your healing is real, your breakthrough is forming, and your miracle is closer than you think. Amen.